Yeah, there are 5 obstructionists: the skeptics, the cops, the traditionalists, the territorialist, and the capitalist. 5. Every time you encounter them, be very specific about who you're up against, why they are resisting you, and then be very specific about what's the right play to call when you encounter each one of them. The skeptic, "I don't think this is a good idea." Then don't pitch ideas, pitch outcomes. The cops, if we do that, we're all gonna get thrown in jail by the regulatory police, the software architecture police, what have you. You have to enlist the cops as co-creators very early on. Help them define the constraints and do not let them out of the room. Make sure they're building it with you, even if it slows you down. The traditionalist, that's not the way we do things around here. You have no trust as an innovator with the person who's a traditionalist. A great company has roots and wings. You have to enlist an executive evangelist to serve as your mediator, someone who has trust with the traditionalist and understands that what you're building is mission critical and indispensable. And they have to broker a peace with you and the traditionalist so that everyone is winning. The territorialist, if you ever speak to my client again, I'm going to kill you. Defer and diversify. Defer. I'm so sorry. It was a terrible mistake for me to reach out to them directly. It will never happen again. I recognize that the reason you hold that relationship so close is because you've done a wonderful job of growing it and nurturing it, and I'm sorry. Diversify. Always have 3 or 4 alternative routes to market. And at the last minute, you go back to the territorialist and you say, "Hey, this thing is taking off. I would hate for your client to be left behind if we go live with these 4 other customers. Saved you a seat. You don't have to say yes, but we saved you a seat." The capitalist. If I ever show your innovative product to our investors, they're going to kill me. And you have to make sure that investor defensibility is a clear, definitive, defensible outcome that you have prioritized from launch. You don't back into it. You make sure at launch that you understand exactly how this is going to contribute to sales growth, how it's going to mitigate risk, how it's going to lower costs. That's the anti-obstructionist playbook in a nutshell. And the more successful you are, the more those fights become inevitable.